my list of the best and worst books for 2017. Now we're gonna follow it with the best and worst movies for 2017. So in 2017, as I told you, I've read about 15 books, but I watched a lot of movies. So let's start with the best movies for 2017. The best movies, in my opinion, are the movies that I'm probably gonna rewatch for the rest of my life, that I've really enjoyed the story, the characters, and so on. So these movies I'm probably gonna rewatch for the rest of my life. Speaking of that, let's start our list with Split. I probably watched that movie more than 10 times already. I don't know what's the secret about it, but I really enjoyed the performance of James McAvoy in it. The rest of the girls, not so much, but I found all the characters that James McAvoy did in the movie were brilliant. The character that I loved the most was probably Hedwig, the 9-year-old boy. He is just so adorable and he just says the most random things in the world.
My name's Hedwig. I have red socks.
So yeah, Split. Alright, another one of my best movies for 2017 is Lion. So this movie talks about a boy from India who gets lost from his family, and he's first put in an orphanage and then he's adopted by an Australian family, as I remember. This movie was just so heartwarming. It was one of the movies that I also cried at the end. I've definitely cried a lot this year, either from movies or from books. I've definitely enjoyed every part of the movie, and the fact that it's based on a real story, that is also very intriguing. What I've also enjoyed is the soundtrack for the movie, which is sang by Leah. Leah? Who's Leah? The soundtrack was by Sia. The song is called Never Give Up. It's also very motivational and a great song to listen to. Another heartwarming movie that I watched this year, or in 2017, is Gifted. It was just so sweet. I fell in love with the little girl from like the first scene in the movie, I believe. And how difficult is it for the uncle to choose whether to let the girl live her normal life and be educated in a simple school, or to let her go to like an advanced school or an advanced college that fits her genius. This also was a great movie. I really recommend it. A movie that I was really waiting for is Spider-Man Homecoming. I know, it's not what people expect me to watch. I don't know why, people who know me. But I really enjoyed this movie, and I've been watching more superhero movies, or more Marvel to say, not DC. So Spider-Man Homecoming was really, really, really entertaining. It was curious to see that part of Spider-Man. It was just awesome. Everything that I've wished for. So, we were talking about A Doll's House, and that made me want to see a movie about the feminist movement, as to call it. And I found a movie called Suffragette. It talked about the struggle that women had to go through to gain the right to vote or to participate in the political activity in general, and how women were treated at that time, and how oppressed they were by the laws and by the males in their society. It was just so educating and so moving to see how much they have sacrificed for things that people now take for granted. It was great. Last but definitely not least is Beauty and the Beast. Wow, I'm a poet now. Okay. Emma Watson as Belle. She did great. The movie also looked and sounded great. How they handled the story, I was so afraid that they would ruin it because it's one of my childhood favorites, but they actually did great with it. Also with the songs, it was marvelous. So yeah, Beauty and the Beast. I don't think that anyone hasn't watched it yet, but if you haven't watched it, you should definitely do that. So, 2017 had great movies, but also had really bad movies. Just bad. The first one is everything, everything. So, yeah, I didn't enjoy the book. I definitely not enjoyed the movie. I don't know why I actually watched it. I had some hope that maybe the movie would be better than the novel or than the book, but it didn't. No. The only thing that I enjoyed though is the view when they were like at the beach or any natural scenery. That was the only good part of the movie. The rest just didn't work. No. Second movie, a huge blow and a major disappointment is The Circle by Emma Watson and Tom Hanks. Come on, these two people in one movie, and I didn't like it. What is wrong with the world? I don't know. I don't know. It just was dull. I was waiting for the moment like when I say, wow, yeah, this is a great movie. It never happened. No. And the last movie on my worst movies for 2017's list is Breathe. Breathe, you can say that it's the uplifting version of Me Before You. I enjoyed neither of these movies. It was just trying so hard to be inspirational. The actual story or the true story that the movie is based on is really great. It's really uplifting in itself, but the number of cliches in the movie, it's like the director just googled motivational quotes and he puts them throughout the scenario of the movie. I don't know what happened. So, people, that was the end for today's video. Finally, I guess it's gonna be a very, 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 very long video. But I wish you would enjoy it. I really enjoyed making this one. And I will definitely see you again very, very, very soon. I'm just trying so hard to be more consistent in uploading more videos. So, like this video if you like it. And subscribe if you haven't. We have a wonderful news that we've finally reached 200 subscribers. I believe we are now 204. That is a great news for me. Thank you so much for all of your support that you've shown me. And don't forget, as usual, to keep your friends close and your books closer.